afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Adrian forecast, and welcome back to the video, guys. This is going to be another update on the severe weather for parts of the southeast now, as it's moving to the east, getting to parts of Birmingham, Jackson, Mississippi, on its way to the Atlanta area. Okay, so guys, this is going to be a video about two possible huge severe threats. The one that's going to happen today, and then there's actually a possible threat as we go into really early next week. So it's going to have like the ending of this one, and the free guys can see another one that's going to about to form. So if you guys want to know about what's going to happen in the next couple of days, go ahead and watch all this video. If you want to know what's going to happen now, go ahead and watch the first couple of minutes of this video. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful time watching this video. So guys, these are the active alerts we have right now according to the National Weather Service. We have severe thunderstorm warnings, severe thunderstorm watches for the southern part of Texas. And this whole blob of dark green, we have flash flood watches and some flood watches too. All around, all the way to Illinois, we have some flood warnings across the Mississippi River. Some flood warnings for the western part of Mississippi and for the central part of Mississippi, central part of Louisiana. We do have 3 or 4 counties in central Louisiana that has flash flood warnings, so that's where we had the biggest threat of flooding today. And then we have severe thunderstorm warnings for northern Alabama, southern Tennessee, and then we have some flash flood warnings. In this circle is basically where we have the worst right now. We have flash flood warnings in the Mississippi area, and then we have tornado or flash flood warnings for the southern part of Mississippi, and then on the Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana border with Florida, we do have tornado watches. In that yellow color, we do have tornado watches. So that's including counties in north of the New Orleans area. And then we have southern part of Mississippi and Alabama. So guys, let's go ahead and check out the radar now. So this is going to be the radar that we're going to check in with the severe threat that's happening right now. So we actually do have some really strong thunderstorms, or a really strong band of severe thunderstorms stretching from the southern part of Tennessee all the way to the central part of Louisiana. But the worst of it's going to be right here for the Mississippi and Arkansas border, and then for the north central part of Louisiana. Really strong bands there. That's where we can actually have some possible tornadoes, possible ping pong sized hail to baseball sized hail. We go more into the evening and night. We have some really strong bands for the actually the western part of Alabama and the Mississippi border. Really powerful storms there. Going to bring some rain from Nashville. Possible light to moderate rain. Really, now we have some, as we get near the Jackson area, as we go more into the evening hours, we can have some more scattered bands. Not going to be like this one band. It's going to have a big blob with scattered little bands there near the Jackson, Mississippi area. And then some possible severe threats for the Louisiana and Texas area. We go more into the tomorrow. It's gonna bring some We're gonna have some. This storm's gonna start to be complex now. It's gonna split up, bring some rain showers for the Kentucky and Tennessee area. Gonna bring some rain for the Mid-Atlantic states. Gonna bring really heavy rain for the Mobile and Pensacola area. It's gonna bring some rain for Florida. So it's gonna be really scattered. Actually, we're gonna have some rain all the way to the Appalachian Mountains. So it's gonna be really scattered in tomorrow. But then we're gonna have a low pressure system form in the Texas area. Really strong bands on the Houston area. So Houston can actually get some really strong bands. And then at the end, as the storms, this former storm that's happening right now is gonna bring some rain for the Appalachians, some scattered little bands, some maybe rain every 5 minutes if you are near the bands. And that really, that low pressure system is going to bring a lot of rain for the eastern part of Texas and western part of Louisiana. And then it's going to bring some more rain for parts of the Arkansas area. And then we're going to have another band form for the Louisiana, Texas area, and then near the Tupelo area of Mississippi. And this is going to be as we go into the Saturday. So this is going to go into the Mother's Day weekend. And so it's going to bring, as we go more into the Saturday evening, really strong thunderstorms and a lot of heavy rain or possibly flooding for southern Missouri, northern Arkansas. Possible heavy bands for the area, the Little Rock. Possible heavy bands for the southeast, including me. Really strong bands for Nashville and strong bands for the Clayton area in Georgia. We're gonna have some really strong bands south of the Shreveport area, and another strong band, the Houston area. So, if you are wondering if you're gonna get some rain on the severe weather for Mother's Day, that can include the Carolinas and for the Birmingham and Huntsville area, and then also areas in the parts of the Ohio Valley and Midwest can get some strong rain as we get into Sunday, which is Mother's Day. So yeah. So now let's get to the Texas area. This is going to start from now to as we go into Sunday, for you guys can see where that severe weather is going to start to begin. So that's where we're going to have the severe weather right now. We just saw that right now. So let's move on a bit where we didn't see it. So we're going to have that strong bands. So let's go a bit more down for you to see that. So as we get into these early Saturday morning, that's where we're going to have that low pressure system form and bring some really strong bands of heavy pouring rain with some really strong threats. Oops, sorry guys, did not mean to go all the way. Okay. Alright, sorry guys, did not mean to do that. It was just an accident. Alright. So let's get, alright, so we're going to have that band form into the low pressure system as we get into the Saturday and Friday, or Friday night and Saturday morning. And then it's going to bring some really powerful storms near the Corpus Christi area. You can really see how elevated those storms are right here, south of the Houston area, but north of the Corpus Christi. And then some rain of the Austin area and north of the area near the College Station. And then that can bring some really powerful rain, actually. That's where we saw that really heavy rain for the eastern part of Texas and western part of Louisiana. Has some strong rain or a little band of light rain for the central part of Texas. But as we go on more, we can have some possible big threats for severe weather on that Texas area. A lot of rain in the Texas-Oklahoma area. And a lot of rain near that Panhandle area in Texas. So as we go on to this Mother's Day, that's where we can have some really powerful storms for the Texas area near the Houston area on Saturday. And then on Mother's Day, we can have some really, those strongest bands will be in the southeast and for parts of the Ohio Valley. So clear for Texas or clear for the South Central on Mother's Day. And sorry about my voice, and I really feel the allergies are really getting to me now. So sorry about my voice. I've been like this for the past couple days. But yeah, I'm just getting a bit sick with the allergies. But yeah, it's all good. Just I apologize if the voice is annoying you. Alright, so for the day one, which is right now, we have a marginal risk stretching from all the way to the Cleveland area to all the way to the Austin area. So we're gonna have some really a lot of people in this area. 40 or around 50 million people under this marginal risk, including major cities like Nashville, Tupelo, Birmingham, Huntsville. So we have Detroit, Indianapolis, Columbus, Austin, and Memphis. We also have Shreveport. If you are east of the Little Rock area there, southern parts of the Indianapolis area. And then this is where we have the bullseye for today. Right here in this stretching all the way to the Rome area in Georgia, all the way to the parts of the Corpus Christi and Houston area. It's a bit weird as these strongest bands will be a bit skinnier than expected, so we'll have a smaller chance in the southeast getting a slight chance. But it's including cities like Montgomery, Baton Rouge, Corpus Christi, San Antonio, and Houston. So that's what it's going on today. Let's go to tomorrow. So tomorrow, as those strong bands will start to dissipate and evaporate, we're going to have that low pressure system. Or we're going to have that low pressure system with the ending of this to bring a marginal risk for parts of the Gulf of Mexico and for the coastal areas there. We have some areas like Jackson and Houston, Baton Rouge, and we have Metairie, Louisiana, and all those cities in the coastal areas of the Gulf of Mexico. So that was from day 1 to day 2. Let me show you guys how much rain is expected all the way to parts of Sunday. So Sunday it's going to start to end. Sunday we had that rain for the parts of the Carolinas here, and then we have some rain for the northern part of Alabama. But let's see how much rain we can actually expect, guys. So in this bullseye area near the north or near the Tupelo area, we actually have a really big threat of some flooding areas that can actually get to 8 inches, guys, or 8.5 inches near that Tupelo area. So really strong bands. But we're going to have a little band, quite a big band that's going to have the most amount of rain stretching from the southern part of Tennessee, to the eastern part of Texas, but the strongest amount or the biggest amount of rain will be in the northern part of Mississippi. But Shreveport and areas like that and Baton Rouge can actually get up to 6 inches of rain. And then if you actually live in the Baton Rouge area, you can actually experience up to 3 inches of rain. For the Montgomery area, you can maybe get 1.5 inches. Huntsville will get the most amount of rain for that area in Alabama. But if you live in the really up northwest part of Alabama, that's where you can actually have up to 5 inches of rain. The Atlanta area can actually get less than an inch actually, but this is again the most amount of rain there. Nashville up to 3 inches, and I can actually get up to about 1.5 inches. So that's what's going on in the southeast all the way to Mother's Day. So Mother's Day can be rainy for quite a few. Oops, sorry guys, did not mean to go all the way there. But this is where it's getting really surprising for the areas of the border right here. We can have up to 6 inches. But this is where it's kind of surprising actually. We're going to have just the most amount of rain, that small little area, when the areas are going to get way less than 0.1 inches. It's kind of surprising as we're going to have a lot of rainfall in these areas, but not a lot of accumulations. Right here in near the Dallas area, less than 0.1 inches. And it's kind of weird to have a big, a small gap in between the less than an inch all the way to 3 inches. So that's why it's really surprising, guys, to me. But near the Houston area, can actually have 3 inches of rain, and near the Corpus Christi area, we can actually have about 4.5 inches of rain to around 3 inches at least. So that's how much rain we can experience. And the most amount of rain will be the most amount of rain for the Arkansas area will be those areas in the Mississippi River. So let's check out how many power outages we have around the states. So if you're in the yellow, if your state is in the yellow, that means you're in the minor. So it's a bit more, or that means you have a minor amount, obviously, but not a major. But again, quite a bit of people will be under power outages. So if we go to Texas, we have we have 32,000 people that are out of power outages. Let's just see how many the counties that are the worst. So it's gonna be those northern part, there's northwestern part, or let's just say the eastern part of Texas near that Louisiana and Arkansas border. The worst county will be for the county of Gregg. Gregg County has the most amount of power outages with 18,000 people under that. So that basically they're in that 30% of the county. Let me just get different color. Okay, they're in that 30% of the county under power outages. So that's the most amount of we have so far. And then the counties around it, like Cass County, 1,000 or about 2,000 people out. And then the Harrison County, we have about 2,000. And then the Titus County, about actually 0. So that's Texas, guys. And again, it's going to be like in the most eastern part of Texas. Let's go to the Louisiana area now. Louisiana has a bit less because they are just getting hit right now. But it's 29,000 people under this. And we actually have a tremendous number of this county, which is Jackson County in Louisiana right here. Let me just circle it for you guys if you guys know. Right here, this county right here, it is Jackson County. They are at 60% of the county is on power outages. So that is very, very high numbers. So it's going to be right here. We're going to have that really high. So basically, as you can tell, this is going to be in Louisiana. The worst amount of weather it will be right here in general, and then the counties around it, like we have Wynn, 903 people out, and then the Jackson area we have about 5,000 people out. 1,000, it's about 2,000 people. Red River County, 1,000 people out. So it's going to be in the more of the central and western part of Louisiana. So let's check out the Mississippi area, as it has 22,000 people out. So the more you go east, guys, the pattern you see, the less, because it's moving east right now. But we actually, guys, have some really, really high numbers, especially this. It has a lot more compared to Texas and Louisiana. But Mississippi in the southern part, where we have those tornado warning or tornado watches, we do have about 2 counties that have more than 60%, including the Wathall County, which has 3,400 people out, out of 5,000 people. So we have a lot of, more than 60% of the people are in that county are out of power. And then we get a county with 2,968 people. It's about 40% out. And then Pike County has 30% with out 30% of the county out. But again, guys, we can have a lot more numbers. We can actually have maybe some areas in the major, including Mississippi and Louisiana, as these really strong bands will get near the New Orleans area. And then some other states, including Georgia and Alabama, can actually get on this list. So, guys, let's check out the Cape now. So this is at 5 p.m., so about 30 minutes from now, we're going to have some really high amounts of Cape near the Houston area. So Houston's going to be like one of its highest so far this year. Houston's going to be at 5,000 exactly. Really high numbers. The Woodlands up north, 4,900. Near the Victoria area, Texas, 5,000. That's where we're going to have those highest numbers in the Texas area. Let's go to 11 p.m., guys, and it's going to be a lot more smaller. The Lake Jackson will have them around the highest amount, 3,500. The Woodlands, 2,200. Houston at 1,400. What a big drop from 5,000. And then near the Huntsville area, 2,500 in Texas. Really south down in Texas, that's where we had the most amount of 3,800 and 4,200. So let's go to tomorrow, guys. As those storms start to fall apart, as it goes into the eastern part, more into the eastern part in the southeast, we're gonna have some pretty good numbers in there from Mobile at 2,600 and West Gulfport at 2,000 or 3,600, I believe. Yes, or no, 3,200. Let's go to 11 p.m. tomorrow, guys. So 11 p.m. tomorrow, we're gonna have those coastal areas that are gonna have maybe some 1,000s. Well, let's go as we go into this is Saturday. It's gonna be a lot calmer for Texas. Texas has been getting a lot of high numbers of Cape, but it's gonna be calm. And we go to Sunday. Not really a disturbance with that low pressure system. Gonna be a lot calmer compared to this one. So if you're in Texas or anywhere in the country in the next couple of days, no high numbers of Cape, including Texas. Might have maybe some low 1,000s there, but looking like clear. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. We're getting a bit closer to the 1K. I would really appreciate if you guys subscribe to me. Let family members know, friends, cousins, anyone that you know that might want to subscribe to me. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. And I will not be able to post tomorrow, guys. I apologize. I'm having a sleepover right after school. But I'll be able to post, I believe, on Saturday. And on Mother's Day, I can have a Mother's Day forecast. So yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. And see you guys in the next video.